girlies, it's Miss Lady Lace here on my glamour channel, and today I have for you a new glamorous video, a part of my vintage home series. Today I am going to be sharing with you some of my favorite vintage items and vintage gadgets that I get so much use out of. These are some pre-1970s items that I've sourced at markets, antique stores and other places like this, and some of them are actually really handy. So today's video is a part of my vintage home series, and I know I keep teasing about how I am going to be doing a full vintage home tour very soon. I still have a few more little projects to finish in the bedroom and the bathroom before this gets filmed, so I'm trying to feature as many different little vintage home things while I get those things done. I'd love to know in the comments below, do you decorate your home in a vintage way, and do you have any vintage gadgets that you like to use around the home? If you've been watching my videos for a little while, you've probably seen that I have many vintage furniture items and other big things around the house that we get a lot of really great use out of, but today I'm just going to be focusing on a few of those smaller vintage gadgets that I use around the home to make my life a little bit easier. So let's get into today's video by starting with gadget number one, which is this super cool aluminium dispenser. For my American friends, here in Australia we pronounce aluminum as aluminium. So just that's a little point of difference in case anyone gets confused. Someone recently pointed out in one of my videos that in other countries they call chemists drugstores, and it's just something I hadn't thought of. So I'll try and pick up when I'm mentioning something that's called something slightly different here in Australia. This item though is called the Touch and Tear. I bought it from Simply Secondhand in Midland, which is one of my favorite antique stores to visit. I really adore the color of this item. We kind of have like a green, cream and pink theme in our kitchen. We've got a lot of mint colored things. This isn't that mint shade, but it still fits in with the kitchen really well. When we first spotted it when we were out shopping, we didn't know if it was going to work, but we thought, oh, it's just a cute little thing we can pop up onto the wall. But we were so excited to get home and actually find out that this product works really, really well. And it's actually super practical. I'm surprised they haven't reinvented this in some other way. Just because it's so handy, you don't need to be trying to unravel something and unwrap it, so it works really, really well. We have attached it here to this cabinet. It sits just below our microwave, so it's in a really handy spot in the kitchen. So it's battery operated. You simply just pull down the little lever here and your aluminium comes out, and you just tear that out and it's ready to use for your baking, cooking, or wrapping up an item. What's really cool about this item is we actually have the original box here. It's super cute and features this beautiful illustration. From the lady's hair, I'd probably say it's from the 1960s, but it's just the most beautiful box, and I'm so happy that we have this, and we display this in our laundry area with some other collectibles that we have. If you do want to get one of these for yourselves, I have seen them at multiple markets and other antique stores, so I wouldn't say they're rare. They seem to be quite readily available. It may also be worth trying Etsy to find similar items. Gadget number two are a few items that I keep on top of my dressing table here. As you can see, I've collected so many different trinkets, but these trinkets have a really great purpose. I use them to store items like my bobby pins, hair nets, and hair ties. I collect so many different vintage items, especially when it comes to trinkets. I really adore the look of them, and I think they add a bit of magic to the room. So finding a use for them was really, really great, because I find it makes it a little bit more justifiable to collect more of these things. Gadget number three is this adorable atomic hairdryer here. It is super cute in this kind of cream and red color. We actually bought this really recently at the last Vintage Collective Markets in January. We bought it not knowing if it was working. We just thought, oh, it'd be a cute prop, and it was something like $15, $20, so it was worth taking a gamble just as a display item. But it does actually work. It's super cute, and it makes drying your hair that bit more glamorous. For our next lot of gadgets, I'm sharing a few of my favorite kitchen accessories. I thought I'd kind of group them all together and just sort of share them in this section. But there are a few items that I use all the time. The first is this super cute Bakelite rolling pin. It's just that beautiful color scheme that works really well in our kitchen. As well as being a rolling pin, it also has a cookie cutter on this end, and it also has a scoop on this end. I actually featured this ages ago in one of my vintage vegan videos where I think I was making scones or something like that, and it's super practical, super cute, and really useful. I did actually spot one of these recently at Bluebird Vintage if you are in Perth, so if you would like something similar to this, it is super cute and really practical, and I just love that it's got multiple uses within one item. We then have this vintage flower sieve, which is super cute. I've been looking for one of these forever, and I think Matthew actually found and bought me this one. I really love that it's in the green and cream to match our kitchen. It features a beautiful flower motif at the front. It has a handle on the back, and this little handle here spins around and it pushes the flour out the bottom. Now you can just use like a regular sieve to sieve your flour, but the shape of this is really lovely as it fits over most bowls really well, and also having the little tool that rotates around pushing the flour through is really practical too. These are another item that are really common in antique and vintage stores, so if you do want one yourself, it should be easily enough to find one, but it's about finding the right style for your style of kitchen that can be a little bit difficult. Our final item is this vintage coffee grinder we have up on the wall here. Now I must admit it's not in the most practical position, you kind of need a chair to operate it, but if I do need to grind coffee, it's super easy and super cute to use. It has red and cream details with a floral motif on the front, which is super cute, and you just rotate this handle around and it pushes the coffee through the grinder, and the little bottom part just releases so you can get your coffee out ready to use. This has been my video featuring a few of my favorite vintage gadgets that I like to use around the house. I tried to pick just a few of them just so I didn't make this video too long, but if you would like to see more videos of this style, do let me know in the comments below. And also let me know if you're excited to see my vintage home tour, which I promise is coming very soon. If you'd like early access to my videos, exclusive content, as well as to help support me here on YouTube, I now do have my glamour community on Patreon. I'd like to thank all my patrons, but especially my VIP glamour patrons, which I will list here. The support you give me truly helps me out here on YouTube. If you'd like to follow my daily pinup adventures and see more of my vintage home, because I do share that quite regularly in my Instagram stories, I'll pop a little link here as well as at the end of the video. And to never miss out on my vintage fun, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, and I will be seeing you all very soon.